Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the new process for applying for a Chinese visa and work permit. Everybody who goes to China to live and work does require a work permit and a special visa called a Z visa in order to legally be working in the country. And in the past, things were quite flexible in China and it was relatively simple. In fact, in the old days, everyone would just show up with a tourist visa and you hand over your passport and the school would come back a week later and magically you had a foreign expert certificate and a residence permit and a work permit. But it's been getting more and more strict, and as of April 2017, all provinces in China will be adopting the new process that I'm going to talk to you about now. Please keep in mind that this does take considerable time. So that is why when you are hired, we really need you to gather all your documents immediately and start this process right away. So let's get going. The first step is that we need to get your degree notarized. So this is something that's going to happen for most of you in Canada. So this is your highest degree. Now remember, in the previous video I mentioned that if you have a master's degree that you are just completing or is in progress and it's on your resume, but you don't have the actual paper degree, the parchment, then you'll need to remove that from your resume and we will use your bachelor's degree as your highest degree. If you have completed 2 bachelor's degrees, for example, a Bachelor of Science and then a Bachelor of Education, your Bachelor of Education would be considered your highest degree. So what you're going to do if you're a teacher in Canada is you're going to send your original degree, or if you've lost your degree, you need to get an official copy from the university and send that to your school's travel agent who is going to arrange this for you. And we recommend that you always send your degree by courier because it's much faster. You should be able to get next day service, and also for security reasons. And we understand and respect that people want those original degrees back and want them in good condition. Now, if you are a teacher who has been hired from outside of Canada, this unfortunately is a process you're going to have to take on yourself. So you're going to have to find a local notary public or lawyer who can notarize your degree. Now, in Canada at least, the notarization must occur in the same province as the embassy or consulate where the degree will be authenticated, which is the next step. So that's why we recommend that all teachers hired in Canada send their degree to the school's travel agent in Vancouver. They will get it notarized for you and they will take care of the next step. So the next step is the degree authentication, and this occurs at the nearest Chinese embassy or consulate. So basically the travel agent is going to then send the notarized degree to the embassy where they will decide, yes, it's a legitimate real degree, and send it back. Unfortunately, this process can take up to 3 or 4 weeks for the whole thing, from the day when you send off your degree to the day you get it, to the day it returns. It could be up to 3 or 4 weeks. Once that we have the degree notarized and authenticated and we have it back from the Chinese embassy or consulate, then it will be sent to China. So again, the travel agent will take care of that and they will send it directly to the school in China. And hopefully you will have already sent all of your other documents that we previously mentioned in the other video, such as your medical check and your criminal record check and your passport and the photos and all of those things. You will have scanned and emailed those to the school. And the reason you should have done that right away is one of the staff members in the school is going to need to translate all those documents. So while your degree is being notarized and authenticated, your other documents have been translated, and when the school receives your degree, your authenticated degree, then they can upload all of those degrees into China's work permit application system. This can also take a couple of weeks, and eventually the school will receive back 2 documents, a work permit and an invitation letter. And the school will then send those documents back to Canada to the travel agent. Or if you're applying from another country, the school will send those documents to you personally, and then you will have to take the next step, which is applying for the visa. So once the travel agent has received the invitation letter and work permit, they will apply for the Z visa. The Z visa, again, is the visa which allows people to work in China, distinguished from the L visa, which is the regular travel visa. Now, at this stage, it's smooth sailing. We don't foresee any problems, and normally an application for a Z visa should only take a few days, 2 or 3 days. So once this application is put in, the travel agent says, okay, I can trust that we will get this visa back by X date, which would just be a few days from now, and then they can go ahead and book your flight to China, knowing that you will have everything you need in place. So that's basically the process. Again, this is really important that all your documents are in order, and remember that each step in this process would delay everything. So it's essential that you've got a valid passport, all your documents in order right away, so we can get this process started. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.